I'm Kate Louderbeck. I'm a member of Troop 10263 and I'm a member of Heart of the South. Well, the summer after my sophomore year, so the summer of 2015, I volunteered at my local library. And I knew I wanted to do a Girl Scout Gold Award, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. And when I worked at the library, there were a lot of people that came in and they couldn't get library cards because they didn't live in Arlington, but there weren't any libraries close to where they lived. So I go to Bolton, which is a school kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I did some research, and the closest library to Bolton, or the neighboring middle school and elementary school, Baird's Chapel, the closest library is 12 miles away, and the next closest library is 20 miles away. And I love reading, and I've always loved reading, and I knew I wanted to do something about it. So I created little free libraries and set them up at Bolton and at Baird's Chapel, and then one in my hometown of Arlington. So first I didn't really want to make a little free library. On the website there's a thing for making it, you can like build one out of wood. But I wanted to do something kind of unique, so I used newspaper boxes, and I contacted the Commercial Appeal, and I talked to a woman, Mary Brown, or I emailed with her back and forth, and I got 3 used newspaper boxes donated from the Commercial Appeal. I had a lot of help from the people at Lowe's to choose the right type of paint, because they are metal and outdoors, and choosing paint is very specific, which I didn't know. I had help from an English teacher at Baird's Chapel, Mrs. Knaus, and then the principals at Baird's Chapel and Bolton. So once I had gotten permission to put them in the spots, and I had gotten the newspaper boxes donated, I had a parent from my younger sister's Girl Scout troop who had a truck. He helped me go out and get the boxes from downtown Memphis and bring them back to Arlington, where I live. Then I went to Lowe's, got all of the paint and the cleaning supplies and everything. I had friends come over and we cleaned them, and then the next day we painted them, and then I was having trouble finding someone who could help me take them out to all the spots, and then I realized that I could just put 1 in the back of my mom's car and 2 in the back of my car. So my mom and a friend of mine and I went to the different locations and set them up. I had help from the Sam T. Wilson Library. They were having a book sale, and it was going to end at 3 o'clock, and they said just come at 2:55, and whatever books are left, you can take them. So I took a bunch of books from there. I also have a lot of books at my house that I use to fill up the libraries as well. Well, part of the Little Free Library is that it is a self-sustaining thing. It's anyone can come and take a book from it, and they can also leave books there. But you do, so it's so self-sustaining in that way. You do have to have a steward to go and check them every so often. Right now I'm at steward, but once I go away to college, my younger sister will take care of the one in Arlington, and I'm currently asking some of the younger students at my school to take over the ones at Bolton and at Baird's Chapel. There's also a teacher at my school who has daughters who are in Girl Scouts, and so she is going to help me with that. I would say the main thing that I learned was that I can I can do anything. I mean, it was, at that beginning, it was kind of daunting, this gold award and all of the stuff that I was going to have to do for it. And I was going to have to talk to people and ask for things. And it was going to be, this just long, involved process. And so I was a little nervous about it, but I did complete it. And I think that's what I would want younger Girl Scouts to know, is that it is doable, or really just anyone to know that, you can do what you put your mind to. For me, I'm a shy person, so asking people for things was a little difficult, but I found out that pretty much everyone is helpful. Everyone I asked wanted to help me and was excited about the project and everything. I also learned how to deal with unexpected challenges. I started this project in the fall of 2015, and I was going to try to get it done by the end of that school year, so the spring of 2016. But I broke my finger and I had to have surgery and 5 months of physical therapy, and I could not work on the project. So I started up again in the summer working on the project, and I had to tell everyone who's involved in the project, hey, I'm taking a break from it. I'll tell you when I start it up again. And I was kind of nervous about that. What if people they kind of give up and they don't want to help anymore? But everyone did want to help. So it was